All right, Flora, in Bermuda for the Queen of Bermuda Triathlon, but obviously everybody's raving about your performance. When I was on the air earlier, I played your interview that you had after winning, but the interview that I found most enlightening was the one leading up to the event. Take us through the Xterra World Championship.
Yeah, it's a big event. Obviously, my main goal for the season. I've desperately been wanting to be a world champion, like my entire life, basically. Since I was 8 and did my first race here, the Islandstats Triathlon, kind of hooked me in. And anyway, progressed and then ended up at the World Champs in Maui. And going in as the favorite, it was a lot of pressure and to deal with the press and give a lot of interviews and people telling you're the favorite and all of that. And yeah, it's a lot to deal with. Luckily, the race played out pretty well. I mean, minus a crash on the bike, but that kind of goes with Xterra. You crash and get back up and continue on. And yeah, it was great to cross that line first and win my first world title.
Explain the difference between regular triathlon and the Xterra. The Xterra obviously a little more challenging because of the mountain bike and the terrain and trails that you go through.
Yeah, so it's a lot different. I mean, on the road side of things, you know what to expect. I mean, you're riding on a road, yeah, it can be twisty and turny, but at the end of the day, it's a smooth concrete road. The bike is the same. The wheels you use are pretty much the same. The tires, it's all pretty standard and not much difference in the style of road that I do. But whereas Xterra, I mean, the bike is a key component. One, you have to tackle pretty hard terrain and be able to ride it well and fast. Also, the wheel size of the bike. There's all different. Well, there's two different types, I suppose. Tires, depending on if it's dry, if it's muddy, if it's loose. Tire pressure. There's so many variables and so many things I've had to learn about to really have the perfect race and execute it well. So I'd say those are the main differences, and then obviously a trail run, a little bit more technical, but luckily, I kind of grew up running cross country, so pretty good with that. But yeah, the main difference is just the bike.
Now, the year you've had in Xterra and even your performance at the Commonwealth Games, how much does that go in for confidence and just you growing from these events?
Yeah, it was a huge year. I mean, I'd say obviously, they're winning a lot of races and boosting my profile was great, but I think for my confidence as an athlete, it was huge, and that was like the most important and biggest thing I'll take from this year. I kind of count it as my first year as a professional athlete because I finished up studying last year in May 2013, and then so it was 2014 season, full-time racing, that's what I did, and so I really wanted to prove to myself almost that, yeah, I can do this and can make a living and kind of achieve my goals being an athlete, so it's cool.
And come Sunday, you really want to put on a show for the home crowd?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, honestly, since Maui, I've kind of shut things down and just enjoyed the last 10 days, 2 weeks. It was a big, tense build-up into that race, so when I crossed that line and won, it was kind of a huge weight off my shoulders, obviously excited and kind of on a high, and just like, okay, now I'm pretty much done for the season. So, on Sunday I'm just looking forward to a fun race, racing in Bermuda with the local community and other women out there just having a good time and enjoying triathlon for what it is.
And what's in the plans for 2015? Obviously another big year, the Olympic qualifiers have started, and what's your goal?
Yeah, with the Olympics looming, I'm going to switch my focus back more onto road. I'll still do some Xterra, but obviously qualifying for the Olympics takes a lot of attention, and the racing is all around the world, so switch focus to that, ride road bike more and just focus on those details that go along with that racing, and then do a little bit of Xterra to supplement in when I can, and then of course defend my world title.
Now you have a strong team around you that help you coaching wise and just being around. How much advice and how much confidence do they give you to be at the peak that you have to be to do some of the things you do?
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I have some great people around me. My kind of have two coaches, my head coach Neil Henderson, and then Grant Holicky, who's my swim coach, but also works in partnership with Neil, and I call him, he's like my coachette, second in command, and he would definitely be kind of the one that I go to when I'm struggling and mentally. He's a he's previously and is still a high school swim coach, so he's dealt with kids his entire life and kind of knows the psychology side of things very well and can read people, and so he's great. That fills that role, boosts my confidence. And then of course my parents, they're very supportive. Dan, to race alongside him and have him at the races is really comforting and can kind of show me the lines of where to ride and kind of ease the nerves the morning of the race. And yeah, so it's great. It's kind of a perfect little package at the moment.
All right. Well, good luck come Sunday. We'll talk to you after the race.
Great, thank you.
All right.